Is Charlie Morningstar a toxic partner in the Chaggy ship? Since I did do a community post bringing up the topic thanks to a fan suggesting the idea. Since as we know, Charlie is not only a jerk in general in season 2, but she's flat out a terrible romantic partner in my opinion to her own girlfriend Vaggie. If you like indie animation review content, be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, become a channel member for shoutouts, early access, and much more. Without further ado, let's start this discussion. Welcome back to AxlStudioz, I'm Matt Cast. I will discuss and determine on whether or not Charlie is a toxic partner. Well, to be fair, toxic is a strong word, but she is definitely a bad girlfriend. For starters, in season 2, she treats everyone like absolute garbage, including her own girlfriend, becoming extremely petty, giving Vaggie shit all because she asked Lucifer to clean up the mess that she herself started. But since Vox was able to spin Lucifer's attempt, she not only blames her dad for Vox growing bolder, but she blames her own girlfriend because she asked Lucifer for help in the situation. To the point she starts yelling and pointing at Vaggie aggressively, sending Vaggie storming out, really testing Vaggie's unending patience with her. This pettiness doesn't end here. She feels the need to take shots at her own supposed love in front of Husk, even attempting to rally others in the hotel to her petty hate train of someone she's supposed to be in love with. Love is supposed to be way more durable than this, but Charlie's love folds pretty fast here, huh? Even when they go to seek Carmilla for help, Charlie is still taking shots at Vaggie and poking her with a dagger, guilt-tripping and gaslighting her own girlfriend, which is emotionally manipulative. The fact Carmilla summed it up as lesbian drama, it couldn't be more funnier and it couldn't have been more accurate either. Worst of all, Charlie just gives the most unapologetic rushed apology I've ever seen. She takes essentially no accountability, basically rushing through the apology, even sympathy baits Vaggie by crying with what I think is alligator tears. To which Vaggie just accepts this apology. So not only was Charlie a cruel, emotionally manipulative girlfriend this season, and I don't care if that sounds harsh, she's not great. She doesn't face any consequences for these actions whatsoever. Quite the contrary, she literally gets rewarded for it. After this half-baked apology, she gets to have sex with the same girl she treated like fucking garbage. So what Charlie took away from her actions was essentially that she got to act like a douchebag to her own girlfriend for episodes on end, and do all this with a whole rushed apology, and boom, she gets served a nice order of Caesar salad. Sorry, I meant Caesar salad. Damn, these stupid typos. No, I meant scissor salad. This essentially doesn't teach Charlie anything, and it basically just makes her think going forward that her awful actions don't have consequences. Quite the contrary, in fact, she gets rewarded for them. The only good part about this awful apology scene is that we get a banger of a has-been hotel track, pun not intended. That being the song Easy, but besides that, the scene is absolute bullshit. It serves only to reward bad behavior, which is extremely unsatisfying, especially since we see none of this quote-unquote Charlie development, and it's all off screen. Charlie was already acting like a jerk of a girlfriend way before Viv yellered her character. After Charlie discovered Vaggie was an angel, she played the victim the whole fucking time by bitching and complaining about Vaggie for not revealing this to her earlier throughout their relationship, showing absolutely no sympathy or understanding for why Vaggie might want to hide information like this. Maybe it's because angels were notorious for slaughtering sinners for literal years at this point, since it seems Vaggie knows you well, Charlie. Well, I can say this, Vaggie knows Charlie very well, considering the fact that she was completely right in fearing telling you the truth, considering she knew you would be a petty, selfish bastard about the information. Charlie literally makes this reveal all about her, venting to her daddy Alistair about it, saying that since she's open with Vaggie that she's owed every piece of information about Vaggie's past. So not only is she a jerk, she's really entitled too. So much that the boundaries just don't matter. What happened to boundaries, huh, Charlie? Maybe respect that first, and maybe respect the fact that she didn't feel comfortable talking about her past that was obviously traumatic for her? Are you a fucking moron? Hell, she is so self-centered and ignorant that Vaggie shows clear signs of being extremely uncomfortable about going to heaven, and Charlie just ignores her. She just ignores these real concerns and invalidates her girlfriend for feeling this way, and just decimates her boundaries, only thinking about what Charlie wants and what Charlie needs, never how Vaggie might fucking feel. It's only about Charlie, no one else. Fuck you, Vaggie, for having clear PTSD. Suck it up, Buttercup, and get your ass back to heaven with me to support my hotel, to stroke my ego, and get the attention of my mommy, who clearly doesn't give a single shit about me. And for my other parent who's actually still in my life and supports me, fuck that piece of shit, right? You two just get the fuck out of my way of my hotel working. Not just this, but in season 2, she also completely ignores Vaggie's warnings about engaging with Vox Tech. to which Charlie completely ignores Vaggie's loud warnings to stay away from it, even asking Charlie to stay with her for the day, and probably wanting to do something intimate because they're lovers. But now she's too hyper fixated with her own image and her reputation. She's willing to sacrifice entire relationships just to prove something to a sinner who's already knows he's lying himself. So there's literally nothing to prove. Not even mentioning the fact that Vaggie sacrifices a lot for Charlie. She even busts her ass around the hotel, doing all the maintenance work that Charlie neglects to do, since again, her only focus this fucking season is about slander. Charlie is a selfish fucking partner. She only cared about her reputation amongst sinners. Souls that are literally peasants to her. She's fucking royalty, who are literally figuratively beneath her. In the hierarchy, she's literally above them, while neglecting to even acknowledge her own girlfriend's many sacrifices day after day after day. Charlie time and time again fails miserably to reciprocate her sacrifices. Lucifer himself even points out that Vaggie busts her ass for the hotel. Yet Charlie shows Alistair much more praise and respect than her own fucking girlfriend. Even though her own girlfriend does way more for the hotel. Not only does she never show Vaggie appreciation, even the slightest bit, she treats Vaggie like fucking garbage, almost as if she's punishing her for all she does. By the way, this is not even mentioning the fact that she's a shitty daughter too. I'm well aware that Lucifer isn't winning the Best Dad award anytime soon. Ironically enough, his song's called The Best Father or whatever. But he actively tries to support his daughter. He just flawed. But he still actively tries for his daughter. He makes effort. But no, Charlie can't help but shit on this guy for trying to clean up her mess. The worst part is that she glazes and spam calls her fucking mom, someone who's shown that by her actions that she literally doesn't give a fuck about Charlie, because she literally ignores every attempt Charlie makes to call her. That she doesn't even give a rat's ass about her own child. She glazes her mom, someone who ditched her ass, and we still don't know why, and puts her on a pedestal, but treats her two biggest supporters, who are literally present in her life, her dad and girlfriend, like fucking trash. She takes everything, but never gives anything back. I get she's the daughter of the sin of pride. I get it. I've seen that argument countless times. But not even the sin of pride itself. Her fucking dad acts like this. Hell, her daddy is downright delightful despite being literally Lucifer himself. It's ironic. However, overall, Charlie does not reciprocate the unyielding love and patience and sacrifices Vaggie makes for her. She disregards Vaggie's boundaries, has no patience with Vaggie's occasional mistakes, and bitches at her for it, and does not sacrifice anything in return to make Vaggie feel the least bit loved, and essentially just gets the bang sesh, and that's about all she has Vaggie for. Since only after their scissor salad is when Charlie starts attempting to treat her with some human decency. Oh my god, I gotta check my blood pressure after this one. But let me know down in the comments if you think Charlie's an awful romantic partner, and if Vaggie does indeed deserve fucking better at this point. Be sure to subscribe, become a channel member for shoutouts, early access, and more. This is me, Axel, signing off. I'm gonna go drink water and go for a walk. Have a good night.